You're watching Your View.
Thank you for joining us. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends. What's happening on a Monday? If you are with us on 1090 radio, phenomenal. Happy to have everybody along. For those of you watching, I try and put this mightier 1090 sticker like right in the corner. So it kind of looks like a little bug in the corner of the screen. I don't know how effective it is. It's kind of like my homemade TV graphics. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, I hope everybody had a great weekend. I'll be curious to see YouTube. Mondays are usually big days, especially coming off great sports weekends. Padres, Giants battle for first place in the NL West while the Dodgers are in Milwaukee losing 3 out of 4. So I'll get to that coming up because there's a lot of baseball stuff to get to. And for those of you that might be watching tonight on TV, quick story for you. My 14-year-old daughter this past weekend had all of her little girlfriends over, and they all got dressed up in all their nice clothes that they got at the thrift store. They're all into thrifting, right? They watch like some TV shows about it, and so now they go thrifting. And they went to the mall on Saturday. And when the dad who came to pick all the girls up to take them to the mall, when the guy comes over and he goes, "Hey, man, catching a lot of the show on Channel 4 San Diego." I'm like, "You got to be kidding me. For reals?" He's like, "Yeah, dude. Like I catch it at night. I'm home. I'm sitting around. I'm flipping through channels." I'm like, "Yo, there you are." So great. Channel 4 San Diego and Santa Barbara, Channel 118 Palos Verdes in Orange County. It's all working now, man. You know, Radio 1090, YouTube, TV, and then all the audio podcast platforms. I'm telling you, man, it's all coming together. Beautiful. Beautiful. Say hola to hermano numero uno, grande Alejandro Padilla en la casa. What's up?
Oh, nothing. Just, my basketball team getting torn apart by injuries and coronavirus. That's all.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it. We'll talk about it here in a minute. But Dennis Schroeder now announced for Laker fans, you guys know the story by now, but Dennis Schroeder is going to miss effectively the remainder of the regular season because he's in COVID protocol. And just kind of taking a guess here that he must have had a positive test. Again, I'm just taking a stab. They don't give you enough information, but they say, well, he's out for this period of time because he could have been exposed to somebody. Okay, whatever.
He recently did an interview in German that was translated by my boss over at Silver Screen and Roll. And he said, and I don't know if he outed people, but he said, everybody on the Lakers is vaccinated except me and LeBron. So kind of leads you to believe that he, when you're out for 10 to 14 days, it's because you either got it, but mostly because you got it. We saw this with Marcus All too.
Right. All right. We'll talk about that coming up in 1 second. Say hello, everybody, from the 7 Mile Casino podcast shed. Big Brown bringing the street cred. What's up, man?
I find it funny that the league, any league, doesn't start mandating these guys get these shots unless it's a health reason. Because this is now going to start costing you playoff games. If you're a baseball team, this is costing the owner tons of money to have to divert these games and these double headers and all the confusion that comes along. Just get vaccinated. If you don't want to get vaccinated, 100% understandable. But at this point in time, like we said in California, we're 49% vaccinated. So if you're a professional team in California, get the vaccination for your players. Get it. It's okay. Well, nobody's going to be mad at you.
Yeah, but I don't know that it's the teams. Listen, I can assure you, put it this way, based on my own experience around pro sport teams, that the teams have gone out of their way to say to their players, here, we'll bring the vaccinations to you. Whether or not everybody is a different story. If what Schroeder said is true, that only he and LeBron don't have the vaccine, then
you can't mandate anybody in the world to get the vaccine. You can incentivize your players, like the league has done, where they soften protocols, where they soften mandates or requirements. But you can't tell a player you have to go get this. You just can't. I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
Yes, it would be. It would be against the rules of the collective bargaining agreement for them to mandate that they get it. You're right about that. But I'm saying from a team standpoint, if I'm in a locker room, if I'm Anthony Davis and I'm looking at LeBron gets COVID in the first round. He's now out to 7 to 10 days, 7 to 25 days. Who knows how long? There goes your playoffs. There goes your back-to-back championship run because LeBron don't want to get a COVID shot, which is his own business because who knows what he's putting in his body. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a wink.
And
It
it's
was,
also
I didn't,
happening.
I
I
didn't,
saw that wink.
I didn't have nothing in my eye.
Okay. I
By
saw
the way,
that
it's
wink.
also happening with the Padres. I know no one really cares that much because who it's happening to with Chris Paddock. But if you guys remember last Wednesday, Will Myers was pulled from the starting lineup because he was a close contact. And then we find out that a Padres player tested positive, and it was not Will Myers because he was eligible to play that night, and he did pinch hit. Day off Thursday, come on Friday. What's the roster move? Chris Paddock to the injured list, health reason.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Is sucking a health reason? Can you miss games because you suck?
You could.
Yes, that would be a
that they would call it a
benching.
health reason. Yeah, right. That'd be a manager decision, rather than health reason. But anyway, all right, listen, we got a great show coming up today. A lot of things we want to get to. And again, whether you're listening on radio on 1090 or you're watching on TV on Your View Channel 4 San Diego, Santa Barbara, 118 Palos Verdes in Orange County, or if you're watching on YouTube, because those of you who watch on YouTube, you participate in the YouTube chat. You're sophisticated enough and you have the courage to try new platforms. The guy who just wants to get in his car and turn on the radio, we're there. The guy who's sitting at home at night flipping channels, we got a great location at Channel 4. And for those of you that want to be interactive with everything that's going on in the show, you come over to YouTube. And I just want to say one last thing. Our website is starting to really, really kick ass. Now, when is his column and his blog going to get printed and published on the kaplanandcrew.com website? When is that happening? Does anybody have any information on that?
Browner?
Cousin Nancy has the article. She's making it all nice and purty so we can display that thing, man, and start getting this rolling. Because I'm probably going to do like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a couple of weeks.
Come on, dog. Get with it, man. Let's do it.
Well, no, slow down. We got to listen. You cannot rush a chef, okay? A person who is in the kitchen cooking, don't rush them. Just enjoy the meal when it come out, unless you eating at Rocky's.
Oh, right.
We
of
did,
course. Browner got to take more shots at Rocky's Burger Place. Yeah. Down. Yeah. I know. That was like 3 weeks old, by the way. You still mad about that?
I ain't happy.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't happy.
We did change the website, though. If you go to kaplanandcrew.com, it looks a little different when you sign in, because now it has our updated little video.
Yeah. That's our video. That's like the promo for Your View. And then if you scroll up, Alex, you just scroll up on this thing right here. I'm actually excited we're doing this. This is good. I wanted to show everybody this. This is excellent. If you scroll up, I have been embedding. Get the Kaplan.
Look at that LA capture.
Yeah. Dude, I have been embedding these debates because I'm showing people how to embed cited questions into a website. So watch what happens, Alex. The Lakers are in big trouble is the cited question. You just clicked agree. And then once you click on it and the score shows up, that's when the panel comes off to the side. And that's when you get involved in the conversation. So I've been embedding these questions into our kaplanandcrew.com website. And I'm glad you just showed it so that people who are watching on TV and on YouTube can go visit it. All right, listen, let me get to it.
You have 2 debates of the day up on the website right now.
I know. And here's why. If you go back and you show it, here's why. Because I went to take one off and put a new one in. And somehow I'll have to ask Cousin Nancy how I did it. I don't know how I did it, but now I've got 2. Yeah. These guys, Showtime Forum, they're a podcast and, social media channel, et cetera, et cetera. These guys, Showtime Forum, are you worried that the Lakers don't have enough time before the playoffs? Yeah, I'm worried. If I'm a Laker fan, I'm real worried. Okay, let me go back and let me go to our top stories. Here goes. This past weekend, and I said this on Friday, that from Friday to today, Monday, the NL West could shift over the course of the weekend because the Padres were playing the Giants, and the Giants came in first place, and the Dodgers were really starting to struggle, and they had already lost to the Cincinnati Reds a series, and they were going to Milwaukee, a team that I frankly had underestimated when they swept the Padres here in San Diego. Well, here's what happened over the course of the weekend. Alex, you can put this slide up on the screen. Let everybody see how it all transpired. Here goes. The Padres won 2 out of 3 over the Giants, like I said, who came in first place. And the Dodgers lost 3 out of 4. They had to salvage 1 win. They exploded for 16 runs against a pitcher making his first major league start. So the Padres and Dodgers, Alex, take us through where we stand.
Right now, the Giants still in first place, 17-11. The Dodgers at 17-12. The Padres 16-13. The Diamondbacks. So 4 teams with a winning record in the NL West, 15-13, and the Rockies 10-18. Tonight, Padres Pirates at 7 o'clock, and in Chicago against the Cubs. That's who the Dodgers are playing starting tonight at 4:30.
Yeah. Man, Dodgers got major problems here now, right? I mean, Dustin May over the weekend was pulled out of a game because of his arm. Listen, same thing. Padres got problems too, right? Because Ryan Weathers also got pulled out of a game after like 2 innings, and he's got an arm problem. And Alex, you mentioned Chris Paddock is out right now on COVID protocol, whatever, if he's got it or he was exposed to it, whatever. So the Padres got problems at the bottom of their starting rotation. The Dodgers problems in the starting rotation and also in the bullpen with a guy like David Price hurt and other Dodger relievers that either are hurt or haven't performed. And then the Dodger bats have just completely gone to sleep until yesterday when, like I said, they exploded for 16 runs. I mean, they exploded for runs, but all they did was salvage 1 of 4 against Milwaukee. So we said we were going to scoreboard watch and we were going to watch the standings every day. Giants still in first place. Dodgers in second by a game. Padres in third by a game and a half. I feel the difference, though, is I feel like the Padres are really coming now. Like they're really on a good roll right now, especially after taking 3 out of 4 last week from the Dodgers and now 2 out of 3 from the Giants. Padres on a nice roll, whereas the Dodgers, everything seems to be trending downward.
I
right
think
now.
that we also have to start looking at this week like we looked at the Dodgers last week because they played the Giants for 3. They won 2 of 3. They have 3 games that no one cares about right now against the Pirates because you got a guy making a season debut in Miguel Diaz. You have no idea who's pitching tomorrow. And then you got Darvish on Wednesday. But then another 3-game series against the Giants in San Francisco. So this is a very big week for the Padres, identical to what happened last week when they had to take 2 on, or the week on before when they got swept by the Brewers and they played the Dodgers on the opposite ends of those. So it's another big week for the Padres. And honestly, I have no idea who's pitching tomorrow. I don't know if it's Weathers. I don't know if it's Lamet. I don't know if it's Jay Cronenworth. I have no idea who's pitching tomorrow, but they're in trouble for the next 2 days too with pitching.
I don't think it's going to be Lamet. I don't think it's going to be Weathers either. I think you're going to see someone you haven't seen before. But I'm anticipating them having a very solid week. This isn't. I was in the building on Saturday. That energy against the Giants wasn't there. It wasn't Dodger energy. It was kind of dead. So
tell me this. Let me ask you a few questions about that. Let me ask you. Was the crowd different? In other words, was the size of the crowd different? Like when you went to the Dodgers game and I don't know, whatever it was, 17,000 people. Were there 10,000 or were there the same amount, would you say?
No. It's hard to tell because it's so spread out. Because there's no real large crowds of people in any sections. But I will say this: the energy is not there. It wasn't there.
All right, now the Dodgers fans will come down from LA, and oftentimes at Padres Giants games, there's a lot of Giants fans. Were there?
No.
Were there Giants fans? No Giants fans.
There were smatterings of them, like one here, a couple here, like a woman and a man, like people on a date or some sort. But I did not see a large amount like I did with there were Dodger fans. Like there were more Dodger fans at the games against the Dodgers than there were Giants fans in favor of the Giants.
Okay, and so you say the energy though, like even though the Giants were the first place team, the energy between the Padres and the Dodgers feels like the playoffs to the way we all call it. You're saying when the Giants are in town, didn't feel that way.
The crowd felt confident against them. I didn't when I was there for the Dodgers game, it was that anything could happen. When the Giants were there, it was kind of like we should beat them. What's the problem? Saturday, it was like because we scored 3 in the first inning, and then after that, it was kind of like what's taking so long to score more points? They ended up scoring more in the 8th, but it didn't feel tense at all. Like it didn't feel the same.
Hear that? Basketball player calling runs points. See, I always like to point that out, Mr. Point Man. Just a basketball player with some really strong baseball opinions. That's all.
Was I right?
I don't know. I mean, it's just an observation on the crowd.
He also calls umps refs. Yeah.
I also called the weekend series correct. 3 out of 4, 2 out of 3. What's no? We're not going to talk about that. We're not
No,
going to bring
not
that
really.
up.
Not
That's
really.
not a thing. Okay.
No,
All right. I'm
no,
just checking. I'm
it's
just
not,
checking. Make sure it's not a thing around here.
sorry, no, it's not really a thing.
No,
So
being
listen,
right.
You're not gonna yell.
no,
You're not yelling at Tingler for anything this weekend.
yeah,
All good
you don't
on
want
that front.
Ting Ting fired. Everything's
I mean,
okay.
Are they still winning despite him?
Yes. I still want
You
Ting
know,
Ting gone.
Mm.
That's not going to change. That's not going to change because again, I expected them to beat the Giants. The crowd expected them to beat the Giants. It was very little he could do to get in the way of that because the pitching performance by Darvish was fantastic. Snell had a couple of rough spots, but guess what he did? He let him pitch out of it and
got his first
success.
win.
So
Mm-hmm.
when you get out of the
So
way,
he did a good move.
by he did a great job by sitting in the dugout at his great expensive seat holding his little stupid card and watching the game like I did. Great job,
But
Skip.
then he made 4 more
Wow.
pitching changes that night and they won.
Those listen again, those seem very obvious.
God, he
Yeah,
just
the
wants him
4
fired.
pitching
He
changes.
won't-
The 4 pitching changes. Stammen, no hits. Adams, no hits. Pagan, no hits. Johnson, no hits. That's a beautiful bullpen. Those were all the right moves. He pulled all the right strings on Saturday night.
You're asking us to praise you for how right you are all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you give him a little bit of love when he got some things right?
Oh, I'm not saying that he got anything wrong.
Well,
That's all.
You still want Ting Ting fired, though.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
All right,
It's not
all
going
right,
anywhere.
All right, hold that thought. I want to transition into what's going on with LeBron and the Lakers because I think this is a very interesting story. So stand by. But before I do, I want to send a shout out to my people from the Total T Clinic, TotalTClinic.com. Fellas, let's just talk about men's health for one quick second. You get a little older, likely your testosterone levels drop. You're trying to figure out, how come I don't feel like I used to feel? How come I don't have this great sex drive? And how come I don't want to work out? And how come I don't feel clear-minded and motivated and ambitious? And you're like, what's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you. It's just that your testosterone levels may have dropped. Come to the Total T Clinic, get them tested for free. If your testosterone levels are low, we'll get you on a treatment of testosterone. And I'm telling you right now, your libido will be stronger. Your energy levels will be higher. Your motivation factor will be back. Come to the Total T Clinic, TotalTClinic.com. Okay. So Friday night, the Lakers played Sacramento and LeBron was returning. And let me tell you something. People were celebrating like, our king has returned. I'm like, that is so ridiculous. But okay, here comes LeBron. What do you expect? Well, take it easy, get a sweat going, feel good, easy win. It's Sacramento. No, I expect LeBron domination. I expect him 100%. I mean, whatever the expectations were. Bottom line, Lakers lost Friday night. Ooh, bad loss at home to Sacramento with the king back. Sunday, here comes Toronto. And LeBron's second game should be feeling a little bit better. By the way, big games coming up. You got Denver tonight. You got Phoenix right around the corner. You've got the Clippers coming up. Even the New York Knicks are a much improved team. And there's some good games coming up here against winning opponents. So you got to bank wins against Sacramento and Toronto, and they couldn't get it done. And really, maybe the story after the game was LeBron left the game early because his ankle's sore. No surprise there. And I'd say also LeBron's post-game commentary. Alex, can you play this for everybody? That LeBron isn't happy about the NBA's play-in tournament. And the reason he's not happy is because the Lakers are close to possibly having to play their way in. Play it.
Well, it doesn't matter at the end of the day if I'm not, 100% close to 100%. It don't matter, where we land, So, that's my mindset. And, if this happens to we end up at 6th or 5th or whatever the case may be, or if we end up in the playoff, whatever that need to be fired. But whatever.
I don't know, man, but did we
What a baby.
Did we glitch in the middle of that? Like I felt like I missed
middle of that.
Oh, he did. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well,
thought he cursed.
Basically, he said whoever came up with the play-in tournament should be fired, is what he said. But really, that's the line that everybody's taking, and I understand why. But what he said in the first 5 seconds is what really, really matters if you're a Laker fan.
Right.
And it's 100% true. If I'm not 100% healthy, it doesn't matter where we are. And I 100% agree with that. And he said last week, I'm never going to be 100%. So if I'm a Laker fan, which I am, I have absolutely no confidence in this team doing anything, play-in tournament or not. Because if not, you're playing the Clippers in the first round, or you're playing, I believe it's the Nuggets in the first round, who are 9-1 without Jamal Murray. Like Jokic is balling. So at this very moment, Scott, we've had this conversation before. We got 60 seconds. Panic meter is high now, 7,
Yeah.
8. Like I was at a 0. Now I'm at a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
The Lakers will
Browner?
beat the Nuggets. The Lakers will beat the Nuggets in
Tonight.
6 games. No, I'm in a series, in a 7-game
Oh.
series. They'll beat them in 6 games easily.
Okay.
By the way,
It's so funny because tonight the Lakers will play the Nuggets, and so for all the panic that is happening for the Laker fans, one win against a good team like Denver, and tomorrow the conversation and the attitude could be completely different. Seriously, like if LeBron and AD perform tonight and they beat Denver, tomorrow it'll be like they're back. They're back. Panic meter 8 Monday could go down to a 2 on Tuesday. We'll see what happens.
Imagine if they lose tonight. Imagine if they lose on Thursday.
Oh, dude.
Against the
To the
Clippers.
Clippers? Oh, dude. All right, stick around. A lot more to get to on LeBron and all of what he had to say. Hang out.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Hey, Dave Smith here. Make sure you listen to my show on the Mightier 1090, 6 to 10 p.m. Saturday and Sunday night. The only local sports talk in all of Southern California on the weekends, right here on the Mightier 1090.
The all-new and mightier 1090.
We have a term for typical cheese-filled, grease-covered, regret-inducing takeout. That's why dinner from El Pollo Loco is always fire-grilled, freshly prepared, feel-good food. The $20 Familia Dinner from El Pollo Loco.
I've been a part of this community for a long time, and giving back is what we do. That's why I'm so excited to tell you about the San Diego Giving Back Raffle, a benefit for Ronald McDonald House Charities of San Diego. Grand prize is this $4 million luxury home, or you could win a car, vacation, or cash. Everyone is guaranteed to win a prize. And you'll feel good knowing your raffle purchase goes to help families like the Lechugas. Get your tickets now for the San Diego Giving Back Raffle.
Don't worry, Gracie. The curtain only goes up when everyone has a part to play. Whoa, okay, I gotcha. Uh-oh, whoa, watch out for those audio cables. I'm gonna be sick. To the left! I am not going out there without Gracie.
Neither am I. A little help?
No pressure.
It's time to eat like you won't always be wearing elastic waistbands. With Pollo Fit Bowls, made with organic super greens from El Pollo Loco.
Let's take it up a notch with Kaplan and Crew tonight's Premium Boost, powered by the mightier 1090.
We are in the hope business. What we do every day and what we've done for 40 years is to provide kids and families going through critical illnesses hope that tomorrow's going to be a better day. My favorite wish is the next one, because that is the power of our organization, is to bring hope to kids who are going through something right now, and hope can't wait. So people can get involved now by donating resources. They can donate in kind. They can donate their time as volunteers. They can donate dollars, because kids are still getting diagnosed with illnesses that qualify for Make-A-Wish every day. So people can visit us online at sandiego.wish.org. They can visit us and follow us on social media. There are so many ways to get connected, and people can help in many, many different ways. We need your support now more than ever, because illness doesn't take a vacation and it doesn't take a break because of COVID-19.
Welcome to the Jacobs and Cushman San Diego Food Bank and our 90,000 square foot facility. We feed 350,000 people every single month. Many people ask, how can I help? you can volunteer for the San Diego Food Bank. Just go to san-diegofoodbank.org, register to volunteer. No group is too small, no group is too large, but those volunteers are integral to our success in feeding the community. Another way you can help is by hosting a food drive. Just go online and register your group, your company, or organization. It's that easy. Another great way is through our virtual food drive, where you can literally buy food on our behalf. Lastly, another great way to make an impact is to go online and make a financial contribution to the San Diego or North County Food Bank. On behalf of the San Diego Food Bank, our staff, our volunteers, and the 350,000 people we serve every month, thank you for helping us fight hunger and feed hope in San Diego County.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's premium boost is powered by the mightier 1090.
Hey, it's Pharrell here, inviting you to catch my shows on the Mightier 1090. We're on twice every Monday through Friday, 1 to 3 p.m. and 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific. Trust me, all the other sports stations are sleeping with your wife.
The all-new and mightier 1090.
Adios, love handles.
Adios, couch.
Adios, Quarantine 15.
Say adios to the quarantine bod with Pollo Fit Bowls, made with fire-grilled chicken and organic super greens from El Pollo Loco.
Stanton Optical is an optical retailer that provides eye exams and glasses for every budget. At Stanton Optical, we offer a comprehensive eye exam. That means we don't skip any testing in order to give you the best exam possible. It is very important to have an annual eye exam to check and monitor the overall health of your eyes. The first part is our pre-test, where our patient care specialist will take you through the exam using our state-of-the-art technology and equipment. What separates Stanton Optical from other optical retailers is our extremely competitive pricing and our cutting-edge telehealth technology. A telehealth exam is a comprehensive eye exam that utilizes telecommunication technology to remotely communicate with the optometrist. This allows us to effectively and accurately provide an eye exam without direct contact with the doctor, ensuring maximum safety protocols. To schedule your appointment, just go to stantonoptical.com and choose the location that best suits you. Come on in and we'll see you soon.
We have a term for typical cheese-filled, grease-covered, regret-inducing takeout. That's why dinner from El Pollo Loco is always fire-grilled, freshly prepared, feel-good food. The $20 Familia Dinner from El Pollo Loco.
Kaplan and Crew tonight presents Sports in a Minute.
It was a busy weekend with collegiate conference tournaments, so we're going to catch you up in today's Sports in a Minute. San Diego State men's golf senior Puat Anupansugsai earned medalist honors, winning out in the first ever four-golfer playoff in Mountain West Championship history on Saturday. The Aztecs are the first school since TCU in 2012 to have an individual medalist in both men's and women's golf. Sarah Jelker won an individual title for the women just a couple weeks ago. As a team, the Aztecs finished tied for third. They'll find out about a potential NCAA regional bid on Wednesday. UC Santa Barbara men's tennis won their sixth straight Big West championship on Sunday, taking down number 1 seeded Cal Poly 4-3. Freshman Pablo Mazwan won a 3-set match thriller to boost the Gauchos to the title. UCSB will head to the NCAA tournament, which is scheduled for the end of the month. I'm Haley Stasiak. That's your Sports in a Minute. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YourView or stream it online at yourview.com. Doing More is brought to you in part by the San Diego Food Bank.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Hey, great friends, what's happening on a Monday? Man, I'm so glad to be with everybody right now. I love this time of day when we all come together. And the reason I love it so much is because of the YouTubers that are out there. The YouTubers who come to the Kaplan and Crew channel, you guys are so engaged in what's happening with the show, and everybody's in the YouTube chat. And I say you're engaged in the show, but then everybody goes off into tangents, and we've created all these friendships and relationships, and there's this sense of community. Shout out to all the YouTube viewers that are checking in on Kaplan and Crew. And I'll send shout outs to all of the 1090 radio listeners and to everybody who's catching us on TV tonight on Channel 4 San Diego and Channel 4 Santa Barbara and Channel 118 Orange County and Palos Verdes, wherever you're watching. Glad to have everybody along. If you're just getting with us, me and Grande and Browner were talking about LeBron James and the Lakers. And this is becoming quite an interesting story, isn't it? Because when LeBron went out and the Lakers were just trying to hang on, they had LeBron out, they had AD out, then AD came back late, and they're just trying to hang on, just like 500 ball. And they weren't really there. I think without Anthony Davis, they may have been like 8-13. Alex, you might have to fact check me on some of these stats. And without LeBron, they were, like I said, they were kind of hanging on right
it was
around
11-12 without LeBron and AD.
Is that what it was? Is that the final?
I think they did hang
record?
around near 500. Yeah.
Yeah, like right around 500. The point is they were hanging on. You know, they were just barely hanging on. Well, when you get AD back and you get LeBron back and you've got Sacramento and Toronto, these are preseason games before you get to Denver and the Clippers and the Suns.
The Blazers.
Right, and the Blazers and the Knicks. I mean, winning teams, playoff-bound teams. LeBron has come back in 2 games, and they've lost to Sacramento and Toronto. And then last night, after the Lakers lost, and again, this whole conversation could turn around because if they beat Denver tonight, tomorrow, Laker fans will be chilling. If not, they're going to be in complete panic mode. Alex said your panic meter's at an 8.
Like a 7 or 8. If they lose tonight, I wouldn't be surprised. If they lose Thursday, I wouldn't be surprised. But there's got to be some sort of improvement, and I'm not seeing that, which is the concerning part. You would expect, and that's why I tweeted yesterday. It's like, how did the Lakers get worse with LeBron and AD? Like, they haven't even remotely looked better. They look bad. That's what I don't understand.
All right, look what's going on here. Browner now has broken out the Padilla t-shirt, but Browner, your microphone is in the way. There you go. Look at this. This is the Padilla t-shirt. Now, explain to me the wager between you and Browner this week that one of the two of you is going to have to rock the Padilla Laker tee.
No, I'm gonna go print out Browner's shirt before Thursday because that needs to happen. But Lakers Clippers on Thursday. Whoever wins is gonna have to wear the shirt. I will either wear this Padilla shirt or Browner will be wearing a LeBron is better than KD shirt.
Oh, I just think you should just go shirt for shirt. I think Browner should have to wear the Padilla shirt. I mean, for him to have to put your name on his chest and have to have that Laker font, I think that's punishment enough for Browner.
Listen, I think how he's trying to lay the groundwork for what's about to happen. Oh, if they lose tonight, oh, if they lose Thursday, no, come on, bro. I ain't trying to hear none of that. You was real big chested, okay? You was real big chested. Had a lot of air in your chest when you talk about this date, Lakers, Clippers. Okay, Kawhi always hurt. Kawhi this, Kawhi that. Now I look up and I see LeBron taking himself out the game. Phantom concussions. Woo, hating the play-in game. Okay, how the Clippers looking right now?
I don't know. How are they looking?
Tell me. You nice and pretty. Nice and pretty.
They're on because you got to check before you say things. They've lost 3 in a row. I'm so glad you said that.
Listen, standings wise. I'm talking about standings wise.
No,
standings wise.
You said how are they looking right now? How you're like mighty pretty 3 in a row, dude.
Kawhi just came back last game. They lost that game.
And
That's a
and the
little warm-up
Clippers
game.
lost like good playoff teams who they're gonna play in the playoffs.
Yeah,
They lost to
just
the
lost to
Suns.
Denver.
They lost to the
Yeah.
Nuggets. Right.
Without Kawhi.
Just
Well,
like
last game they lost with him.
So I'm right. Kawhi is always hurt, and Kawhi is always missing the big games because he sits out.
That's funny because I don't remember the Lakers beating them.
Well, we never had a chance to play them because they lost in the playoffs to the Nuggets while we were winning championships.
Oh, you ain't got to worry about that this time. You ain't got to worry about that this time. Okay, y'all got to make it. Can y'all make
Let
it
me tell you
in?
something. Let me tell you
Can y'all
something.
make it in?
If the Lakers lose to the Nuggets tonight, and they've lost, these 3 straight games since LeBron has returned, and they're getting ready for Thursday against the Clippers. And if the Lakers were to lose to the Clippers and it's 4 straight since LeBron is back, oh, dude, you can take that panic meter and you can blow right by a 10, because Laker fans who feel entitled to another championship will lose their minds right now. And I think the Lakers are in trouble. I posted it on Sided. Alex, I don't know if you have a second, you can pull it out. I posted it on Sided earlier today. I think the Lakers are in big trouble. And again, the whole conversation could turn by Friday. By Friday, should the Lakers win tonight against Denver? Should the Lakers beat the Clippers on Thursday, with or without Kawhi? By Friday, we might all be saying, oh, no. Nah, you see, I told you. They're fine. All they needed was LeBron, AD, couple games, get everybody together. Yeah, they lost to Toronto and Sacramento, 2 inferior teams, but they were just warming up so that they could play against these really good teams.
Y'all do know this is what LeBron does, right? He's setting y'all up. He's building the drama for Thursday because he wants to beat the Clippers too. That's going to be a big game for him. It's going to be high energy in that game with the fans in the stands. So LeBron's going to come ready to play on Thursday. He's not going to miss that game. I can pretty much guarantee you that, because he wants to make a statement against the Clippers. He wants to make a statement because their roster should be full by then. Kawhi will be back. Serge should be back by then. So their roster will be full. The Lakers roster will be full, and it will kind of be important for the Clippers to win that game because that's a good tune-up game going into the postseason. So,
as a Laker hater that you are, I have a question for you. Would you rather have the Lakers play the Clippers in the first round, let's take a 3-6 or a 4-5, which is very well possible, or would you rather the embarrassment of them playing in the play-in tournament and struggle to get in?
Oh no. I want the Lakers Clippers first round. Okay? No. I don't want the Lakers to lose in a play-in game because that's not going to help nobody. That's not going to help the league. It's not going to help me. I want to see them in a 7-game series because I do like LeBron. LeBron's a great player. I like watching him play. I like him and AD. I want to see what Andre Drummond does within that mix. I like what they've been doing with McLemore. I want to see them go up against another Titan. And I would love to watch them go down.
All right. Let me play for you the audio and video that is what really made news, though. It's not that LeBron and AD are back and they're not winning and they're losing to these kinds of teams, Sacramento and Toronto, before they get off onto this, playing against all playoff caliber clubs. But it's the aftermath. LeBron complaining about the play-in simply because it seems like the Lakers might find themselves having to play in. And I would argue that if I were saying to LeBron, I'd be like, yo, man, the play-in's not such a bad situation. If you're 100% and AD's 100%, the more games you guys play with Drummond and McLemore and Schroeder's now out for the next couple of weeks, dude, the more games you play, the better off you're going to be. I don't know if I can sell that to LeBron, but I certainly would try it. But here's what LeBron said about, and this is what's making news, that whoever came up with this bleep should be fired. Go ahead and play it.
Well, it doesn't matter at the end of the day if I'm not, 100% close to 100%. It don't matter, where we land, So, that's my mindset. And, if this happens to, we end up at 6th or 5th or whatever the case may be, or if we end up in the playoff, whatever that need to be fired. But whatever.
Whoever came up with that bleep should be fired. So whoever you are at the league office that had the brainchild of a play-in, just know that LeBron now thinks you no longer deserve to be employed by the league that he plays in. And one other thing that LeBron really said in there that struck me was, it really doesn't matter if I'm not 100%. That's my mindset. So in other words, LeBron's mindset is this: if I'm 100%, we got a shot. If I'm not 100%, this team right here, without me, they got nothing. And that includes you, AD. I got nothing. That's my mindset.
Can we get a quote from him as well, though, saying he will never be 100% again? So what's he trying to say in this particular quote, like at this press conference, after already saying he will never be 100% again?
Yeah,
I'm
I know
lost.
that whole comment last Friday about coming off this high ankle sprain, and I won't be 100% again, or I may not ever recover 100%. Wow, dude, LeBron, I mean, like superhuman, man. Like, what's up? Wow. May never be 100%.
I mean, he's setting himself up. Like I told you guys, I'm not healthy. Why are you surprised that we lost? Why are you surprised that we're in the play-in tournament? I told you, I'm not healthy. I'm not 100%. He's also a hypocrite, just like Mark Cuban was. Mark Cuban is very upset about the play-in tournament, even though it looks like they might avoid it. But he said this is dumb, and even though the guy voted for it, yes. And just to bring context of what I'm saying is, back in March of last year when they announced the play-in tournament in the bubble, LeBron James was all about it, saying you got Portland, you got Memphis, New Orleans, Sacramento tinkering around there. So if there's 5 or 10 games left, why not those guys battle it out? Make them play each other all 5 games. So LeBron was all about playing tournament last year, but it only matters when
those guys. Keyword in the statement. Those guys, not me.
Them. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Them.
Yeah. Have those guys.
And remember last year too? Remember last year, because Portland ended up, winning whatever thing they got their way in, right? And all of a sudden now everybody's like, "Oh, LeBron, you got what you wanted. Now here's Portland. Here's Dame Lillard," and it ended up working out for him. But yeah, it's when it doesn't matter. As a Laker fan, I never thought they would be here ever. Why would I? Even when they were hurt, I was like, nah, they'll float. They'll get there. But my God, it has not even been an enjoyable thing to watch either. Like this has been, the way they play basketball is just a mess. It's unwatchable. It is unwatchable. They are a bad basketball team right now. A very bad basketball team.
And here's the thing. You brought in Drummond, you brought in McLemore. So those guys were playing before AD came back. Then LeBron came back. And just now, as these two guys are coming back, you've had Caruso miss time. You've had a new starting lineup. You've got Schroeder, who's now out, and he's kind of their energizer, in my opinion. So you got so many different things. New guys coming, old guys coming back from injury, previous guys going out with COVID. It is a mess. The whole roster right now is a mess. And the same reasons why I said that Brooklyn will not win this year, because their superstars haven't played together and they haven't played with everybody as a cohesive unit. Everything I said about Brooklyn, I say the exact same thing about this Laker team now, because there's just too many moving parts. All right, stick around. I want to talk about some other stuff. I want to talk about some. Browner's got this look of satisfaction, like, yep, you're finally coming around to it. Look at that look. Look at that face.
I didn't even bring up the fact that Giannis outplayed his king over there last night, but whatever.
Wow. Are you serious? Are you serious? Man, you didn't watch that game. I know you didn't watch that game, so I'm not even gonna entertain you. Okay, I'm not even gonna.
I saw Giannis swap the hell. I saw Giannis swap the hell out of Kevin Durant in the clutch. And I saw Giannis finish. I saw Giannis finish with 50. Yeah, I saw that.
Cut a lob on KD too.
Yep.
It's cool.
Yep.
It's cool. Listen. Giannis.
Tell you the Nets. I'll tell you this. The Nets will be fine as long as their best player comes back healthy.
James Harden.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all too much, man. Y'all too much.
All right.
Who had 90 points in 2 games?
Giannis.
Huh?
Giannis.
KD. Look it up.
Oh, really?
Look it up.
And
In
what they
2 games when he was in AAU or something, or what? What do you mean?
No, the last 2 games coming back off the little ham,
right.
the little ham he
Yeah.
had. Little ham.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And 2 losses.
They went
baby.
1-1. They went 1-1.
Nope.
They won the
No,
first
they
game. They
did
lost
not.
the second game.
They
They
lost
didn't
to
lose
the
to Indiana.
Blazers. They lost. You said the last 2 games. The last 2 games they lost to the Blazers and they lost to the Bucks. When he scored 90
God,
points.
Are you even watching?
Do you
these
ever
games,
check
dog?
things
I mean,
before you
come
say
on,
things?
man.
Like
Seriously,
the internet. The internet is a real thing where
No,
you can just
you know what
look
he does?
things up.
No,
He
he
didn't
just
play
makes
against
it up.
Indiana. I mean, he
and
didn't play against Portland.
He's very persuasive. You know what I mean? Like he's very passionate. He's very persuasive, and he assumes we won't do any homework and fact checking.
Well,
And
I
then
already know.
it's great to fact check just to know how wrong he
I
is.
told
It's
you he
fun.
didn't play against Portland. I didn't count that game.
Oh,
If he don't play, I don't count it.
oh, all right. We should mind read. All right, listen, hold on a second. I want to talk about some other things that took place this past weekend. I started with baseball with Padres and Dodgers, really Padres Giants head to head. Dodgers and Milwaukee losing 3 out of 4, and the standings in the NL West all log jammed with San Francisco, LA, and San Diego all right there within a game and a half. So I started with some baseball, okay, moved into a whole bunch of basketball / LeBron drama, okay, and now I want to move into another big event from this past weekend, the Kentucky Derby. And by the way, I don't mean the horse racing part of the Derby. I mean the NFL part of the Derby. So hold on. I'm going to get there in 1 second. But before I do, sending a shout out to my man, Gary Cooper, Mountain Trust Mortgage and Realty Services, 858-376-1299, 858-376-1299. Had an email from a longtime listener, very engaged listener of the show, a guy by the name of Avery Martinez. And Avery is a kind of listener that when we ask people to support our sponsors, he does. Cousin Nancy, who does our website, kaplanandcrew.com, Avery has now done, Alex, I don't even know how many websites it is with Cousin Nancy, but Avery's been involved with Cousin Nancy. I don't mean in that way, in business. And now he said to me, he goes, I'm having Gary Cooper earn my business, the way he says it all the time on the radio. Yeah. Gary Cooper has literally helped hundreds, perhaps even thousands of great friends over the course of the last 20 years of being with the show, whether it's refinancing, which he did for me several times, buying a place, selling a place, which he ultimately sold for me, helping Alex in the early stages of getting everything together and getting his stuff right. So everything is prepped and ready to go. So I'm telling you, we've all used him and we endorse him, and you guys hear him and you know what kind of guy he is. Call him, 858-376-1299, 858-376-1299. Gary Cooper will save you money, okay? But you got to let him earn your business. Call Gary Cooper, 858-376-1299. Okay, guys, so over the weekend, I'm going to take a stab here that neither of you guys watched the Kentucky Derby, right?
Correct. Well, at least I
did not.
Yeah. I was at a Kentucky Derby party in Del Mar, and I told this story earlier, but life has come back, at least in California. I know people are watching around the world, and they get the show on different platforms. They listen there because we get to see all the stats where everybody is. Look, most people who listen and watch, they're in Southern California, but we got people listening and watching around the world. In California, life is coming back, guys, because half the people are vaccinated. Not only did I see this Kentucky Derby party, 220 maskless people at a private party watching a horse race. Alex, you've seen Ernie Hahn's Wonder Bus cruising around town?
Yeah.
Dude, this thing pulled up to Del Mar about 8:30 on Saturday night. Dude, it was a concert on the streets. It's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah. But as far as the Kentucky Derby goes, I thought maybe the most interesting part was Aaron Rodgers was there. Tom Brady was there. And people put these guys on microphones, but I guess nobody ever asked Aaron Rodgers about his situation with the Packers, which was the story going into the weekend.
So NBC asked Rodgers to do an interview with Mike Tirico. He said no, because he knows that Tirico would ask him about his situation with Green Bay. He did an interview with some betting site that I'm assuming he's like a partner with the condition of don't ask me about any football stuff. So it was a 5-minute interview about just the race.
Yeah, I see. The Mike Flag has the company Twin Spires. So if you're like a horse racing gambling person who likes to use your phone, you might use TVG. Twin Spires that's the one I happen to use, is Twin Spires. Because I can't get my TVG account to work. And, so TVG, I know you guys are listening up in LA. Forget it, man. You've lost my business, dude. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Why would you call them out and then tell them they lost your business? Why didn't you say, hey, Talk to me. Let's work on this.
Because I've gone to that app so many times trying to fix it, and it just doesn't work. So I'm out. I went to Twin Spires this weekend, and I actually bet on the Kentucky Derby on Twin Spires. So Aaron Rodgers now is at the Derby, and no one can ask him about football.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Well, they asked the coach of the Green Bay Packers about Aaron Rodgers and his future. And Alex, perhaps you can read for everybody what Matt LaFleur had to say.
I can't fathom him not being in Green Bay. That's where my mind's at. I don't only love the player, but I love the person. I love working with him on a daily basis. I think we all do, from the players in that locker room to the coaching staff. Again, I don't even want to let my mind go there. And that's on the possibility of trading Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, because Matt LaFleur is a young coach that came from that Sean McVay coaching tree and got a job really early. And he had Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers has made him look really good.
Yep.
Man, you get rid of Aaron Rodgers, all of a sudden Matt LaFleur is
real average.
Right? You know? So I found that
I want to know,
being,
though. I really do
Yeah,
want to
tell
know
me.
how much Matt LaFleur had to do with the drafting of Jordan Love. Was that strictly a general manager call, or did Matt
had to
LaFleur have
be.
any say in that at all? Because if Matt
Zero
LaFleur had a
say.
call, all right,
Zero.
If you're Matt LaFleur, you want Aaron Rodgers, and that's it, and you want things to help Aaron Rodgers, because the more he has Aaron Rodgers, the more wins he'll get.
Right. Zero. You got nothing to do with that call.
so fire the
I'm telling
GM.
you.
Fire the
Oh,
GM.
look,
It's
we got
so
a
much
lot
easier
more.
to fire a GM.
All right, I want to keep this going. This was a super interesting story from the weekend. Hang out, everybody. More Kaplan and crew coming.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Arash Markazi here, inviting you to catch my show, The Arash Markazi Show, on the mightier 1090. We are on every Monday through Friday from noon to 1 p.m. Pacific time. Join me and producer extraordinaire G. Wiley, where we chop up Los Angeles sports and try not to piss too many people off.
The all-new and mightier 1090.
It's time to eat like you won't always be wearing elastic waistbands. With Pollo Fit Bowls, made with organic super greens from El Pollo Loco.
The Olympic Games, where the eyes of the world will turn to Tokyo for the greatest show on Earth. Catch all the action leading up to the Olympic Games on Countdown to Tokyo every Tuesday on Your View. You'll get the latest news on preparations for the Games, details about the sports involved, and in-depth insights into teams, athletes, and the host city. Don't miss Countdown to Tokyo, Tuesdays on Your View.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect her well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com. Only at Stanton Optical can you get same-day eye exams that test your vision and eye health for under $50. Stop by or call us at 1-800-STANTON. Eye exams are provided by independent eye care doctors.
We have a term for typical cheese-filled, grease-covered, regret-inducing takeout. That's why dinner from El Pollo Loco is always fire-grilled, freshly prepared, feel-good food. The $20 Familia Dinner from El Pollo Loco.
Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
San Diego baseball was supposed to play Gonzaga in a big series this weekend, but due to COVID protocols within the Zags program, the series was postponed. So the Toreros pivoted and scheduled a 3-game set with Pepperdine at Fowler Park instead. The series with the Waves had actually been postponed until the end of the month, but with both teams slated for an off weekend, the matchup was moved up. And it worked out well for the Toreros, who rode the momentum from a series sweep against Santa Clara on April 25th into the weekend. On Sunday afternoon, USD capped off the series with a walk-off win, coming back from a 5-run deficit in the 9th inning. With the win, the Toreros have won their 8th straight and now have 2 consecutive series sweeps. The Toreros are 19-2 at home in 2021 and 27-8 overall. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Your View.
Pete Gray here, inviting you to catch my show, Let's Talk Hookup, every Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific Time. For over 30 years, we've been the voice of the fishing community for Southern California, and so glad to be back on the big stick.
The all-new and mightier 1090.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for a healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com. Only at Stanton Optical can you get same-day eye exams that test your vision and eye health for under $50. Stop by or call us at 1-800-STANTON. Eye exams are provided by independent eye care doctors.
The Olympic Games, where the world's best athletes will compete on the most prestigious stage. Catch all the action leading up to the Olympic Games on Guide to the Games every Tuesday on Your View. The series examines the qualification process, the history of the Games, and the teams and athletes that are expected to shine, plus information about the rules, events, and competitors. Don't miss Guide to the Games, Tuesdays on Your View.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on Your View or stream it online at yourview.com. Sponsored by The Barnes Firm, partnering with Shelter to Soldier and saving lives 2 at a time. Visit thebarnesfirm.com/shelter to soldier and help save more lives. Time now for Kaplan and Crew Tonight's Community Connect.
Shelter to Soldier selects dogs from shelters and rescue groups all throughout California. Our ideal candidate at Shelter to Soldier is 8 months to a year and a half old. They're confident in different environments. They have strong social drive. Another motivator like food or toy drive. And ultimately, these are dogs that want to have a job and that have a greater purpose to become a service dog. Currently, about 85% of our dogs pass their service dog training. But if they don't pass, they become a career change. We don't like to use the word failure around here. So career change to an emotional support animal, or if that doesn't work out, then they career change to a pet dog. Still finding a loving placement and purpose in life.
Casa de Amparo has been around since 1978, and now we're in the Twin Oaks Valley in San Marcos with a beautiful campus. We work with children and families who've experienced chronic trauma over their lifetime, and we're here to help heal that.
I always tell myself, seeing that my mother passed away through domestic violence, that I would never put myself in that position. And if it ever happened, I would leave, but it's easier said than done.
These are foster youth who are not able to manage in a foster home environment. My husband and I have been a part of the San Marcos community in our businesses since 1993.
One of the beautiful things about Kayleen, she started here at Casa de Amparo years ago when we were at the shelter with a church group.
How can we best give back is to volunteer our time.
Because without donors like Bassett, we would not be able to provide the services we provide.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
I've been a part of this community for a long time, and giving back is what we do. That's why I'm so excited to tell you about the San Diego Giving Back Raffle, a benefit for Ronald McDonald House Charities of San Diego. Grand prize is this $4 million luxury home, or you could win a car, vacation, or cash. Everyone is guaranteed to win a prize. And you'll feel good knowing your raffle purchase goes to help families like the Lechugas. Get your tickets now for the San Diego Giving Back Raffle.
Don't worry, Gracie. The curtain only goes up when everyone has a part to play. Whoa, okay, I gotcha. Uh-oh, whoa, watch out for those audio cables. I'm gonna be sick. To the left! I am not going out there without Gracie.
Neither am I.
A little help? No pressure.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio, SoCal Sports Talk.